let's call things to order. Roll call, please.
Cavalier. Bill Baker.
Here.
Frank Falcone.
Here.
Donna McCool. Here. They're all here.
All right. Moment of silence, please. All right. Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We have nobody from the public in person here. Do we have anybody online? No? Okay, all right. So there are no public agenda. Okay.
It doesn't say, but we have to consider approving the agenda.
Oh, okay. So who would like to approve the agenda for this evening?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
We got a second? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all in favor. All right, the agenda has been approved, right? We do not have public here. All right. Minutes, consider approving the minutes for the May 28th, 2026 meeting. I reviewed it there, it's attached.
I'd make a motion to accept the minutes as they were.
All right,
I'll
thank
second.
you, Frank. Second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, the minutes for May 28th, 2026 have been approved. New business. All right. 7.1. Discussion possible actions from properties. All right. Kathy, would you like to speak to this, please? Or
First one is the 1895 Newtown Square Freight Station. The freight station is on the grounds of the Drexel Lodge Park. And was originally part of the Powell Lumber Yard, and where the Powell Lumber Yard, which is that, and the freight station are within the inventory, the historic inventory that was done, that we had voted on here meetings back. The freight station was built in 1895. It operated until the train stopped running in 1958 was the last freight train. And the freight train ran to the Powell Lumber Yard, and it was right next to it on Winding Way. So if you're familiar with many people who grew up here knew where it was. Back in, I'm trying to think when they moved it, probably the 80s, 90s maybe. They salvaged the freight station. The Powell Lumber Yard burns down, and they transported the freight station down Westchester Pike to Drexel Lodge Park, reconstructed it. It was basically, the structure was there, but it needed a lot of repair. So they put it onto the property at Drexel Lodge Park as part of the train museum, and restored it back to the way it looks. So if you've not been there, they did a really good job, actually. It's pretty cool inside. It's just like it was at when it was used. And I remember it fondly because as a kid, I was always at the Powell Lumber Yard with my dad and watching the trains. It was very exciting. And so that was sent in by the train museum. So that's an association, I guess. So it doesn't have quite an owner, or but except that the train museum would be the owner. It's the township.
The township own it?
No,
No.
and it's
Okay.
on property, but it's actually the township doesn't own the property either. So it's the train only that we are designating as historic, the train freight station rather, not any of the other parts of the museum at this point. So they were in favor of this and voted at their meeting. So it was the first one. And the second one, and if you have the book, oh, Andy has the book. It's on page, tells you something I didn't even know about it, on page 34 of our new book. It's the 3,400, it's the Horton House on Horton Road.
Okay.
You'll remember we did the barn that was renovated last week.
time, yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
going for approval. So that's on the property next to or adjacent to the 3,400 Horton Road. A very historic property. It's probably one of our oldest, 1693. I believe, the one part of it is, and, it had multiple owners, well-known within the town, and there's a story when I read this, I don't know why Doug wrote this, and I did not know it. It had a pretty interesting history,
So wait,
being
this is,
purchased in 1776, and then he had, some influence, it looks like, and something to do with the signing, and the First Continental Congress. So if you get a chance to read the story,
Kathy,
he was influential,
you
yeah,
said this was the house adjacent to the barn that we approved.
yes.
Before, okay.
So they initially were on the same, they owned by the same, right, farm. He voted against the declaration, the owner of the house, Willing, he says. I voted against this declaration in Congress. So that was the owner in 1776.
No
No
one
one's purchased it.
voted.
Yes. He was one of the richest merchants in Philadelphia at the time.
And that's why he didn't approve it.
So
He
he
was
bought, he
making money.
purchased that before Horton. So the name is Horton, you know, there's Horton Road, that all comes afterward.
Mhm.
So that is actually a pretty substantial history for
And
that.
because he didn't approve signing, we didn't name it after him.
Yes, it's not a Willing house. I don't even know how long he lived there. It might have been a
That's funny.
summer residence. It was also part of the, as I believe, the Pennsylvania, hospital.
Hospital, yeah.
The train,
Old
and the
farm.
train ran right behind there. Yes, so that the railroad would stop there. There was, the barn was a piggery. So, the whole farm was used at that time. Anyway, if you've, I'm trying to convince she may open it for visitation next year. It's a beautiful house, beautifully maintained, and so
Good.
we recommend those going forward.
Right, so we need a motion to recommend them going forward then?
You might as well.
Okay.
I know you did already, but yeah.
Just for-
You want to make that motion?
Oh, yeah, I make a motion that we send forward the two applications for 1895 Newtown Square Freight Station and 3,400 Horton Road to be sent to the supervisors and then move on to the process of going into the ordinance.
Okay, we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Second, all approved?
Aye.
All right, approved. Okay, anything more on that, Kathy, or is that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, all right. Public comment, and we don't have any public. Nobody's signed on since we started. Okay, all right. Items for the next agenda. Who's got suggested items for the next agenda? The
I'm
property-
sure.
Well,
What happens usually is I run into the person or I meet the people or I stop and see them and then I just ask them and then I file the application. So at this point, that has been much more, moves the process a little quicker. I do the application. I just say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to file it, explain it to them, and then they kind of like co-sign there for them.
Do you have any in your in basket now, or?
Yeah, there's a few, but I don't know. I can't, I'll send it out before the next agenda so
Okay.
that you'll know, because
They may not be ready by August. I'm for the July meeting.
no, actually, this is much quicker because when I fill them, I just scan them and send them right in. So if I get an okay, it's just like if you would get an okay from somebody, you can fill the entire thing out, then you can just send it into Claudia and then it gets put right onto our agenda.
Oh, okay, goes right to.
Yeah. It's much quicker.
Okay, all right.
So I'll let you know. If
Okay.
we have, I'm sure, quite a few. Okay.
All right, anybody else with anything else? Anybody would like to add anything to anything? Anything? No,
I don't have anything now.
we're good? That's okay. All right. Motion to adjourn? Right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, that was